The first step we did in order to create this webinar, the first step we took that went into this creation is strategic planning. So we basically went ahead and we built an outline of the entire project, of the entire webinar, all the components that go into it, because obviously, like Igor said, things can get quite overwhelming when you're dealing with so much technology, right? So the first thing I do with each and every one of these projects, even with the huge project that I told you about, the all-inclusive management system that failed in the first time, we spent about 2 weeks, the first 2 weeks, just trying to draw up the entire plan of how it's going to look like, the entire relationship tree of all the pages and all the actions. So we built an outline of the entire webinar.
That's not overwhelming at all.
Yeah. Igor is probably very familiar with this because he actually built it. You remember this one?
I built many of them, and the better I got at outsourcing and funnel building. By the way, this is an exercise I don't do to outsource. This is an exercise I do to build a funnel that's going to make me $1 million. Just to make that distinction. Because it's really overwhelming, not just the technology behind the funnels, as well as the marketing, of course, which we still haven't really even touched. We're going to be chatting about that tomorrow. But being able to envision the whole thing in your mind's eye, you need this. So when I start, I have no idea what it's going to look like, but I am certain on the starting point and the ending point. The ending point being a purchase. Where's that? Where's the ending point? There should be a purchase here somewhere. Maybe end? Where it says end? No? Okay, so that should be a purchase, although after that purchase there's more purchases because there's upsells. There always should be upsells. But I always start with, okay, what's my landing page and where do I want them to end up? And everything in between, it's literally building up, creating like a path, if you will. When I think about marketing funnels, I think of a path you put the prospect on. So in every few steps or so, they have to make decisions. So they land on my landing page, I know that for certain. Did they opt in? Yes, they go here. No, they go there. If they opted in, okay, now we're here. Did they land on the thank you page where they watch the video, the thank you video telling them more about the webinar. Now, did they attend the webinar? Yes. No, right? So that's how I build those funnels. And that's what you're seeing. Now, it's overwhelming when you have no idea what the funnel is. However, when you build it yourself, and you will see that this is not overwhelming, but this gives you clarity. Clarity that you can now execute. I was chatting with Kira. She's in construction. She used to be in construction. And I said that the hardest part by far when you're building the house, and she said I may be wrong with that, so I'll take a rain check, but I like the analogy, so I'll just use it. The hardest part is not really putting the bricks, because you bring the builders, they put on the bricks, they bring in the cement and everything. But it's the blueprint, because you got to work with the architect to create the blueprint for your dream house. So this is what we do. Before we build a dream house, we architect it. That's really where your work as a marketer is your highest paid activity. This is the money activity right here.
Yeah, so exactly as Igor put it, creating this outline is super, super important. This is the number one thing I would do because, again, we don't want to be technical, right? We don't want to be the ones coding stuff. We don't want to be the ones learning all these complicated stuff. So we want to just either with Zapier or either with building your own stuff, we want to draw it up either on paper, like how this works, and then just present it and be like, create this for me. I want it to work like this. And the person be like, okay, so yes, no, then this page, all right, if not this page, follow-up series, okay, ringless voicemail, okay, that's it. And then for you, it's easier to go into this software, then, mark this in green, like I've completed this page, I completed this page, completed this page. And this right here is how you build that, you know, like Igor said, $1 million webinar, $1 million automation. And this is exactly what we use. This is the same blueprint behind this webinar.